Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at three very different updates from the Bates family that have fans talking for all the right reasons. While there were no major announcements, surprise reveals, or headline-making milestones this time around, Whitney Bates, Erin Paine, and Josie Balka each shared a glimpse into their everyday lives, and together, those moments may reveal more than any big family update ever could. From the challenges of managing a growing family, to quiet moments at home, to the reality of handling bedtime with 4 kids alone, these posts offer 3 unique perspectives on motherhood. In this video, we'll break down what each Bates mom shared and why these seemingly simple updates ended up leaving such a strong impression on followers. Let's dive right in. Whitney Bates kicked things off with what looked like a simple Costco run, but the story quickly became about much more than groceries. In her latest video, Whitney shared a family shopping trip alongside the caption, "Costco is always a fun day, and Ella Jane slept through her first trip like a champ." At first glance, it appeared to be a routine family errand, but one detail immediately stood out. Whitney explained that this was their first trip to Costco since welcoming baby number 6, Ella Jane. That single detail transformed the entire video because viewers were no longer watching an ordinary shopping trip. Instead, they were getting a first-hand look at what life now looks like for a family of 8 as they settle into a new chapter. The video captured the reality of managing a large family in a way that felt both relatable and entertaining. Before they even started shopping, the family made a stop at Costco's food court where the kids enjoyed pizza, ice cream, and a few special treats. The atmosphere was relaxed and fun, but things became even more interesting once Whitney pointed out that they had officially become a 2-buggy family. It was a light-hearted comment, yet it carried a deeper meaning. Reaching the point where one shopping cart is no longer enough says a lot about how much their family has grown. Sometimes the clearest reminder that life has changed comes from something as simple as needing twice the space for groceries. As the shopping trip continued, fans got a glimpse of the easygoing dynamic between Whitney and Zach Bates. Whitney jokingly referred to one cart as Dad's healthy buggy and the other as my snack buggy, adding a playful touch that made the video feel genuine rather than staged. The biggest challenge, however, came at the very end. After filling 2 carts with groceries and spending the day with 6 children, the family faced one final obstacle: fitting everything into the car. Whitney openly admitted that she had no idea how Zach managed to make it work. Watching him somehow organize 6 kids and a mountain of groceries into a single vehicle became the perfect ending to a video that highlighted the realities of life with a growing family. While Whitney's update focused on the busy logistics of raising 6 children, Erin Paine's latest post moved in the opposite direction. Instead of documenting a packed day out, Erin invited followers into a much quieter setting. Her caption simply read, "An evening in pictures." There was no lengthy explanation, no major announcement, and no attempt to create a dramatic moment. Yet that simplicity may have been exactly what made the post so memorable. In a social media landscape where every update seems to compete for attention, Erin chose to focus on ordinary moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. The photo collection painted a picture of a peaceful evening spent at home with her family. Several images showed the children playing outdoors with mud, leaves, and simple household items. There were no elaborate activities or expensive forms of entertainment. Instead, the children appeared completely absorbed in their own creativity and imagination. That choice stood out because it reflected a slower pace of life that is becoming increasingly uncommon. How often do we see children content to create their own fun without relying on screens or constant stimulation? Although Erin and Chad Payne are raising 7 children, the post was not centered on the challenges of a large household. Instead, it highlighted the moments that make family life meaningful. One of the most touching elements of the album was the presence of baby Henry. Several photos captured Erin holding him during the golden evening light, creating some of the warmest images in the entire collection. Chad also appeared throughout the album, spending time with the children and participating in their activities. Even a photo of freshly baked sourdough bread seemed to reinforce the overall atmosphere of comfort and home. Nothing about the post felt flashy, Yet every image contributed to a story of family connection and contentment. As followers reflected on Erin's peaceful evening, Josie Balka offered a completely different perspective on motherhood. Her latest video focused on one of the busiest and most demanding parts of any parent's day, bedtime. The video opened with Josie explaining solo nighttime routine with 4 kids. Dad is working late tonight, so let's see if we can survive the bedtime rush. Right away, viewers understood the challenge ahead. This was not a carefully curated highlight reel. It was an honest look at what happens when one parent is responsible for handling an entire evening routine alone. Throughout the video, Josie moved from one responsibility to the next with very little downtime. She fed the children, cleaned up after dinner, cared for baby Brooks, and made sure Willow, Hazel, and Miles stayed on schedule. The pace of the evening reflected the reality many parents know all too well. There is always another task waiting to be completed. Even the sponsored portion of the video felt naturally integrated because it was tied directly to caring for the children. Rather than interrupting the story, it became part of the routine Josie was already documenting. Despite the constant activity, some of the sweetest moments came from the simplest interactions. During a quiet tea time, one of the girls thanked her mother and happily declared, "That's the best tea, Mom." It was a brief exchange, but it revealed something important about the atmosphere Josie creates at home. Amid the chaos of bedtime routines and parenting responsibilities, she still makes room for small traditions and meaningful moments with her children. Those little interactions often end up becoming the memories families cherish the most. As the night finally began winding down, the emotional heart of the video became clear. After helping the children brush their teeth, get into pajamas, and settle into bed, Josie paused to tell them, "I love you guys so much." It was a simple statement, but it changed the way viewers looked at everything that came before it. What initially seemed like an endless list of chores was actually an expression of love. Every diaper change, every cleanup, every bedtime reminder was part of caring for the people who matter most to her. By the time the house became quiet, viewers had witnessed both the exhausting and rewarding sides of motherhood. Taken together, these 3 updates created a surprisingly powerful snapshot of life within the Bates family. Whitney showed the realities of managing a household that continues to grow. Erin highlighted the beauty of slowing down and appreciating simple moments with family. Josie offered an honest look at the hard work that often happens behind closed doors after the day is almost over. None of them shared major family news, yet their posts resonated because they felt authentic. They reminded followers that family life is not defined solely by milestones and announcements. More often, it is built through grocery runs, quiet evenings, bedtime routines, and the countless small moments that happen in between. And that's a wrap on this latest look at Whitney Bates, Erin Paine, and Josie Balka's recent family updates. So what do you think about the different sides of family life they chose to share with fans? Which update stood out to you the most? Whitney's busy Costco adventure with 6 kids, Erin's peaceful evening at home with her family, or Josie's honest look at managing bedtime all on her own? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Bates family updates and stories. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.